Greetings, fellow nerds. Welcome to another MTGA NerdPhil video. We are continuing looking at Kaldheim standard decks, climbing up the standard rank ladder, of course. If you want to be a part of the family, help grow this channel, go ahead, click that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, hit that alarm bell, whatever helps you find me a little bit easier in the future. And of course, we are just a couple more subs away from hitting 200 subs right before my birthday. So if you guys want to be part of giving me a nice birthday gift, that'd be super, super awesome. So today we are looking at Boros Warriors. This is a pretty common archetype. There's been a lot of kind of fine tuning because there's a lot of warriors and a lot of tribal buffs. So this is the list I came up with. So let me show you what we are working with. We got 2 Usher of the Funds. I didn't want to commit to like too many 1-drops, but I really like this card, so I decided 2 was pretty solid as a 1-drop. 2 Glass Caskets for the removal, 2 Rally of the Ranks. Didn't want to play more than 2 because we were playing a lot of non-creature spells, so I wanted to limit that, and we already have another kind of Anthem effect going on, so just 2, but it's a great 2-drop nonetheless, or a card to play later on. Seasons Huddle Blade, of course, no surprise here. One of the best cards in white. Karga Intimidator. I really like Karga Intimidator, been pushing for it for a while, mostly because it has its best ability is that target creature becomes a coward that can't block warriors, so of course it's really good here. 3 Banishing Lights for removal, that is a little bit on the bigger side that maybe warriors can't deal with efficiently. Maul of Skyclaves for equipment. 3 Resplendent Marshals, so this is a new one that we're bringing in. It's an Angel Warrior, so of course we're going to be buffing all our warriors if we exile a warrior. So this card is actually really good against Mill. It's done pretty solid in that matchup, and even as a 3/3 flyer turn 3, still pretty good. And we are keeping the Akiri. I like the card draw. I like the ability here to unattach and give something indestructible because we're playing Embercleave and Maul of Skyclave. So Karga War Leader, of course, for the Anthem effect. I did like to keep the Hawktas. Hawktas has been doing really well in my test runs. And he's just like very hard to answer if especially if you get like 3 or 4 chosen. He's just becomes a really solid card. And then Winota, I decided to put in 1 Winota here because we have a couple non-humans. We're playing more humans, but you know, if we get a couple non-humans out and then we're bringing in more humans to win the game, that's pretty awesome. But I didn't want that to be a win condition, so just a 1 of. And then 4 Embercleaves, 2 Mirror's Call, 2 Star Skull Smashings, 3 Castle Arnavale, 6 Plains, 5 Mountains, 4 Pathways, and 2 Fabled Passage. So I upped the count on Castle Arnavale as well, went from 2 to 3. And the reason for that is because control matchups are very popular now. And Castle Ardenvale is like a pretty safe way to apply a decent amount of pressure to control. So I decided it was worth putting in 1 more. So yeah, I still think Castle Ardenvale is pretty solid all around. All right, I like this hand. We got a turn 1 play, we got a turn 2 play, or sorry, turn 2, turn 3 play, and a little bit more after that. So it looks like okay, we're gonna lose Rally of the Ranks here. That's quite unfortunate, but certainly not the worst. Again, we have the Kargan War Leader, so that's why. And Rally of the Ranks is just a 2 of, so it's like it's not our best non-creature spell, honestly. Like, I'd rather keep the equipments, rather keep the Banishing Lights, the Glass Caskets over Rally of the Ranks. So I'm not too upset about that by any means. Alright, looks like they are going to be, do they have another turn 1 play is the question. So this is, we drew another rally, that's hilarious. So that really panned out for us. Not in the way it should have. But here we are. And this is cool too, because if they're playing discard, the Resplendent Marshal will be doing a lot of good work here. So I really like that. And this can be fueled by the Seasoned Hollow Blade. So Resplendent Marshal, a very good addition to this deck, honestly. It's just really solid all around. Looks like he might exile here, perhaps. He's hovering. Or he's got like the enchantment. Oh, perfect. Yep, don't mind that at all. So I'm going to discard you. See you later. So I do want to keep the Akiri. I don't know if I'll play her right now over the Angel. kind of hard to say. Okay, looks like I'm not. That's okay with me. Alright, yeah, I wasn't guaranteed to draw an equipment anyway, so kind of works out. And now we've more effectively got what we wanted. We got a buff. And if he plays another discard, I'll probably just chuck the land this time around. Oh, it looks like he's going to play another Blood Chief's Thirst. If he wants to pay for it, that's okay with me, honestly. And he's missing his second red source, and that's really nice to know. So, got that going for us. So I would say that we're pretty even. I would have liked to kept some of these cards, but all right, I'll take the 3 here, no problem. I like to keep the rally. Yeah, this isn't a problem at all. Now just don't play Duress, otherwise he got all the cards he wanted in the beginning of the game. Looks like he is going for another one. That is unfortunate. I don't think I really want to lose the Marshal or the Hollow Blade. Okay. So he has something. It's worth noting. Do I play the Kiri? I think I want to apply pressure here. A warrior, of course. Get in there for 9. Yeah. And keep the Kiri in hand, probably to discard fodder. So. This is kind of rough, honestly, just because he stripped so many resources out of our hands, and we've had to use the Seasoned Hollow Blade to protect it. So, this is actually a lot rougher than it looks. And as long as he didn't draw a second red source, we're looking pretty tight. And honestly, it wouldn't be that bad either, because we still get in for 4 in the air. And then we can trigger his ability, making this huge, making this 6/4 with pseudo indestructible. Like, not the best, not the worst. Just this, the Rakdos like discard deck is pretty rough, honestly. Just because you just lose so many resources. I don't know if the opponent is just kind of stalling or if they are kind of just thinking about their next play. Okay, so they're just thinking about their next play. No problem. Alright, makes sense. Hardcast a Bone Crusher. I mean, there's really not any other good plays. I am building a Rakdos Giant stack. I'm just kind of thinking about how I want to build it. So, hope you'll enjoy that. Alright, let's get in here. And discard that. Just applying pressure. Yeah, he has to get rid of the Marshal. Found the red source he needed, but flaying the giant actually doesn't save him, so he has to come up with a different play here. He would have to have a Blood Chief's Thirst and then play the giant, but even nope, that still doesn't save him. Yeah, the split, the Marshal, it was such a good addition to the warrior deck. It's just incredibly powerful, because if you get rid of it, you know, then you're still buffing all your other creatures, because it does it twice, which is, I think, insane. I'm like, that is definitely a mythic for sure. Like, that is, with ability like that, definitely a mythic. On top of it, it's a flyer. Like, holy moly, card is insanely good. So, and I have included it in the Orzhov Angels. Someone asked me to try it out. I'm going to do mono white Angels too, of course. There'll be lots of variations, but whew, this is a tough keep. I am going to keep it though. I'm not the biggest fan of this hand. I am very dependent on drawing lands, which could backfire, but it looks like this is a rogues deck. Yeah, so this is a, yep, Thieves Guild Enforcer coming in. Probably a land. Oh, no, not a land. All right, that's, oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, opponent, for getting us the land we want. So that's kind of nice. I'm going to probably Glass Casket, honestly, over anything else. I guess I could play the Seasoned Hollow Blade too, though. That wouldn't be a bad thing either. Okay, after a play like that, I will play the Seasoned Hollow Blade, just because it'll be a little bit more safe for now. Yep, take one. Alright, cool. Wow, okay, so that worked out pretty nicely for us. And what's great is that I have a very obvious choice to discard here. I don't need 2 Ember Cleaves, so that worked out very, very nicely for us. I do want to draw another land, so that I know what to play this on the side of. So, just something to consider. Hello. I like giving people the happy Hedron because it looks cool. See, this was what I was afraid of. I'm just unsure what side to put it on. Now, so I think... this is rough. Does decide to block. Alright, I'll bite. This guy's very impatient. Okay, decides to make the trade, I suppose. Oh boy, this is pretty rough, honestly. Is he gonna counter this? I don't mind if he counters this. Yeah, that was a... I'll set this to white. I kind of want to get the Marshal off. He says good game. Very interesting. Alright, so he's got to have a pretty interesting hand for him to say that, right? Another Thieves Guild Enforcer? Bloodchief's Thirst. Alright, I'll bite. Let's... I don't... that seems weird, but I don't mind losing an Ember Cleave. Now I kind of do. Alright, Alright, that was a little rough, not gonna lie, but it had to be done. Alright, plays the Loris. Alright, good target for a Glass Casket. Alright, no problem. Don't mind that at all. This guy is really impatient here. It's kind of insane. Gotta chill out, my dude. So let's get rid of your Loris. Don't want to see him. And yeah, let's buff everybody. I guess get rid of that. And doesn't matter who he blocks, because he doesn't know. Because exiling actually made the difference. That's hilarious. Again, Resplendent Marshal, just very good in the current meta right now. Anything that trims your graveyard a little bit, just in case you face these rogues, solid. Solid, solid. What just happened? I saw his deck get shuffled. Alright, we lose the very, very strong Hollow Blade here, but we're still getting here for 8 in the air. Don't mind that at all. Alright, I think we have this. Whatever he plays next doesn't really matter. This guy's been a very impatient person this entire time. Not really sure what that's about. Okay, I guess he just kept a bad hand and just got kind of mad about it and drew poorly. It happens. It happens. But being impatient is no way to go about it. But we beat rogues. Yeah, this deck handles rogues very efficiently because we're playing stuff like Glass Casket and Banishing Light. Honestly, without the Glass Casket, removing the Loris and exiling, very important because they are playing Agadeem's Awakening. They might be playing Call of the Death Dweller. Sorry for my jumbled words there. So it's just yeah, I just ever since exiling became super important, I've started appreciating, Glass Casket and Banishing Light a lot more. And if you've been on the channel long enough, you know I always push for Banishing Light. Just especially in a best of 1 more than anything. In a best of 3, I might not like main board it all the time. But in a best of 1, it's generally safe to play because it'll always have targets. And 2, it's 3 mana. It's not like the most expensive. It's not even for aggro decks, it's not unreasonable to play, like, at all, honestly. Like, that's just my personal thought though. Like, of course, you know, I always encourage you to play your own playstyle. This is my playstyle, just very like counter meta while doing the things you want. So like you have to make room a little bit, you know? So yeah, that's how I function. Oh, he's got an upkeep here. All right, yeah, I'll bite. That's actually perfect because I can trigger the the second one. So that actually really worked out. Mary's call. So I am going to pay 3 here. The reason for that is I want this to come in as a red. It's really smart of him to do that during my upkeep so that he doesn't take the damage. So very, very smart of him. I was like, why is there a pause? So I kind of want to see what he does next. I may even let the Hollow Blade go if he has another Bone Crusher Giant, honestly. Because the Winota might be better. He's definitely got another Bone Crusher. So I'm going to let this one go. A, because he's going to get the Bone Crusher anyway. So, and it looks like he has something else. So I'm just going to let this one go. He spent 2 of his mana. I'm going to get a Winota trigger off. And then next turn I can still Ember Cleave. So I don't mind that at all. So I don't know if he's still got another pause or if he's got like a Frostbite. Oh, it'd be a shock technically, right? Because Frostbite, he'd be playing snow-covered stuff. Yep, let it resolve. No problem. He's probably a little confused, but... Oh, fantastic draw, honestly. So he spent most of his mana, so I don't have to worry about stuff. Maybe get a Hawkdos here. Oh, no, you're kidding! Wow, we mostly play non-humans. That was such a bust. Ugh. That was such a bust. You know what? It's okay. It's okay, because, you know, our next play is still good. I really wanted a Hawkdos, though. Alright, yeah. Ooh, Skyclave also good. But I'm definitely going to go with the Ember Cleave play here. This is nice. He's indestructible, right? Yeah. Alright. Bada bing, bada boom. Easy peasy. Alright. And he auto scoops. Yeah. Season Hollow Blade, great card. You have to know when to let it go, though. Because at that point, I had already gotten what I wanted. I made him use my mana, so I knew my next plays were guaranteed. So I was okay letting it go and still having very good cards in my hand. Because at that point, it had served its purpose, right? It got 2 Bone Crusher Giants spent. Not necessarily, like, useless because they still get to cast it later on, but it guaranteed that my next play was going to be good. So I was very, very happy with that. Alright, so decent looking hand here. Removal, Rally of the Ranks, Season Hollow Blade once again. Coming to help us out. So can't go wrong with that. So we're doing pretty good here. This is probably our last game. We'll see how we do. Again, just... Ooh, shrines. Wow. Not seen shrines in a while. Okay, so what I've learned recently is that the white shrine actually can stall for a very long time if undealt with, because it'll just keep tapping your stuff down, especially when they could do it for just 1 white mana. So I'm gonna keep my eye on it. Again, Banishing Light, very good because it hits everything. So just gonna kind of see here if they play a black shrine. Like, looks like that's what they're going for. Oh, going with the Valky play. Wait, what am I playing against? Wow, I'm so intrigued. Okay, well the Valky is gonna go, that doesn't matter. Wow, that was interesting. Huh. War Leader, not bad. All right, well. I do want my Resplendent Angel back at the end of the day. So I'm gonna have to ask for that back, please. That was actually pretty good for him though, because like I was kind of forced to use Banishing Light. Otherwise he'd probably block and I'd have to discard a card. And I really like all the cards in my hand. Worst comes to worst, Rally of the Lynx will go because we have a Kargan War Leader. And all right, no play here. Whew, kind of lucked out on that one. Oh, I really like Rally the Ranks plus Usher of the Fallen. Kargan War Leader. Yeah, I'm going to do that because it still gets in for 4. So this is pretty hard to pass up, honestly. Warrior, of course. Alright, Usher of the Fallen. Pretty good here, just because it gave us that flexibility. Even though we didn't draw a land. I would like to draw a land next turn, but it's not the end of the world if we don't. So what are we playing against? Teamer... No, is this Shrines with Valky? I'm so confused here. He's hovering. It's not the greatest. Well, it's actually fine, though, if he tries to go for the Seasoned Hollow Blade. Actually, it doesn't matter if he puts something in the graveyard, because I'll just trigger Resplendent Marshal. Oh, decides to go with another Valky play here. This time, I don't mind, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Kargan War Leader. Oh, I say that, and then he takes it away. You... That's actually bad, but okay. It makes sense. Alright, we've got all our land set up. Alright, once again, using a Banishing Light. It's actually really efficient over our opponent. He's saved himself 2 turns, kind of, in a certain sense. So, very, very good on him. Alright, I expect some sort of board wipe, which is fine, because what I'll do is, if it's Extinction Event, then I still get to... Oh, in Search of Greatness. Okay, very interesting. Not what I expected. I think we win the game. Alright, winning streak, undefeated with Boros Warriors. We're not always that lucky, though, of course. It was just, hey, wow, I'm in Diamond. It's been a while since I've been in Diamond. Well, I started YouTubing, so that's pretty cool. Well, you know, I would say, very good matchups for us, honestly. Warriors does have a little bit of a hard time against control. It's actually gotten easier now that the control players are playing Doomscar. So I would say in certain decks where Indestructible became more efficient, like more powerful, it's better against control matchups. So yeah, that was freaking awesome. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you're still here and not subscribed, haven't liked the video, hit that alarm bell. Hit any of those buttons. Most of my viewers are actually not subscribers, so if you want to be a part of that, help me kind of balance that ratio a little bit. Otherwise, I think Thanos is coming after me. That'd be really, really awesome. So right now up top, YouTube is showing a video of my most recent upload, and then right below that is a video that YouTube thinks that you specifically will like. So go ahead, check those out, explore their channel. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you for your next NerdPhil.